Good morning and welcome to the Public and Protective Services Committee agenda for October 24th. On the committee is myself, Chair Michael Connor, Councillor Wendy Bosch, Councillor Kevin O'Toole, and Mayor Jackie Clayton. I call the meeting to order. There are no delegations today, and we'll go to item 3, reports. 3.1, service area update. Mr. Preben Boson, please.
Thank you, Chair. Fletcher House, substantial completion of renovations is expected to be concluded for tenants beginning to move in the building on November 15. Coordinated care campus update. As the roof replacement on phase 3 continues, municipal offices and 43 affordable housing units will be expected to move in later in January or early February. Community Social Development, International Day of Persons with Disabilities. A luncheon will be held on Friday, December 1st, 2023 at Teresa Sargent Hall. The keynote speaker is Brian McPherson, who is a Paralympic bobsledder and lead cast member on the CBC docuseries Push. Tickets to attend the event are available on Eventbrite. Housing and Homelessness. Housing and Homelessness Initiative applied for $1.5 million in Provincial Affordable Housing Partnership Program funding for the Coordinated Care Campus on October 16th. The grant can be used specifically for any capital costs that have not yet been incurred, such as construction labor and material costs, landscaping, construction, and architectural professional fees. The province has said they will respond to the applicants in about 3 months. Housing and Homeless Initiatives was approved for $5,000 in funding for the development of green space at the Coordinated Care Campus. And Housing and Homeless Initiatives met with the Legion President and Canadian Mental Health Association to discuss veterans who are experiencing homelessness in the community. Future stakeholder meetings will be held to assess this issue.
Thank you. Any questions?
Sorry, there's more to come.
Oh, I jumped the gun. You paused.
Enforcement Services. Grande Prairie Enforcement Services conducted the fall vehicle for hire inspection cycle from October 16th to the 20th. Officers review the driver credentials, vehicle maintenance records, insurance coverage, and other documents to ensure that all safety requirements are met. They're also onboarding 1 new hire starting November 6th, and 3 additional new hires once security clearance has been approved. Under GPREP, Incident Command System training has started October 12th. ICS 200, 300, and 400 will be offered this fall. And GPREP has also started a hazard identification and a risk assessment process for the region. The Fire Department has received very positive feedback on a wildfire training hosted by the department from MD of Greenview. And currently the crews are working on hazardous materials response. This is also a training opportunity that's available to regional partners. RCMP, within the past few weeks, the Community Engagement Diversity unit has been busy with proactive and investigative visits throughout various schools within the city. A break and enter occurred at the TELUS building downtown. Containment established and 2 males located, both with copper wire in their possession, and charges have been laid. Mobile outreach program since January 28, 23. Outreach has responded to 82 encampments, with 76 being active at the time of response. Community Knowledge Campus, the aquatics area of the Eastlink Center officially reopened to the public yesterday. The 25-meter pool has been filled and will be accessible to public pending water quality results that meet the required standards. Programming in the 25-meter pool has been temporarily moved to other suitable aquatic areas. Fall Forestry Open House will be held on October 25th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Representatives from Warehouse, Canfor, and other organizations will be on site to share information and answer questions regarding Grande Prairie's forestry industry. The Grande Prairie Family Center Coalition second annual Teddy Bear Fair will be held in the Eastlink Center Fieldhouse on Saturday, October 28 from 10 to 2. Up to 40 vendors will be available to provide information on services for children, youth, and families. Sports Development, Wellness, and Culture. Free Youth Drop-In, sponsored by CN Rail, has had approximately 100 kids per week, and Free Community Drop-In has had around 80 people per week. Numbers are expected to increase as the weather changes. Administration is applying for various grants and funding appropriate to support teaching of Indigenous culture and anti-racism initiatives for the National Aboriginal Hockey Championships, including hands-on opportunities for school and the community. And finally, the Heritage Village Folk Tales Tours took place on October 13 and 14 and were sold out at 240 people. And that's it. I'm certainly open to take any questions.
Thank you, Acting Chief Bosun. Councillor Bosch.
Thank you. I'm not sure if you want to answer this or somebody else, probably. The grant, the CCC grant that's been applied for. Hi, Wendy. My question is, it's used for capital costs and construction costs. What have we applied for? We have done a lot already. What's left for applying for this grant?
So this particular grant, we had anticipated that we would have some costs incurred over the winter. So we haven't started yet on the landscaping or the kitchen yet. So because we haven't started those costs yet, we were eligible to apply for some of those costs. So if we are approved within 3 months, we can offset those costs through a grant.
So the money that council approved for the kitchen would then go back into the coffers?
That is correct.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, seeing none, I'll move to item 3.2, renaming of the Coordinated Care Campus residents. Acting Chief Preben Bosun, please.
Thank you, through the chair, and I'll ask our Director of Housing and Homeless Initiatives, Wendy Hughes, to present the report.
Great. Thank you, through the chair. The Coordinated Care Campus was initially named in 2021 to encompass a variety of services or concepts that could potentially be held within the facility. As we know, the supportive housing and affordable housing programming has now evolved to include a recovery-oriented system of care. So this primary focus, we did consider renaming to best represent the current operations. And so the Housing and Homeless Initiatives, in collaboration with corporate marketing, came up with some options. The renaming would provide the opportunity to further develop brand recognition and to promote community understanding of the programming and the project in its entirety. Following this preliminary work, a renaming subcommittee is recommended to include community-minded approaches with relevant stakeholders and Indigenous representation. The subcommittee would meet twice a month with the goal of providing council with a recommendation for approval. The members would consist of a Care Campus Committee, Advisory Committee member, and a city council member, as well as an Indigenous representative. For administration, the subcommittee would include a strategic communications advisor, a corporate marketing director, housing and homeless initiatives program support, and the city's Indigenous relations advisor. The renaming subcommittee would also seek input from lived experience, including a current Care Campus resident. The positive and collaborative approach that we are proposing would generate valuable engagement and lead to a name that will resonate with our residents as well as the community and its programming. Therefore, administration recommends that committee approve the temporary renaming subcommittee to provide renaming options for council's approval. And with that, I'm open to any questions.
Thank you, Councillor Bosch and Councillor Backmore.
Thank you. My question is there going to be like a top 2 or top 3 that's going to be presented? Do you have a outlook on what that presentation is going to look like?
We certainly, through the chair, we certainly can provide some alternative options as well. So we certainly would come forward with our top pick and then other options if council so chooses.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Councillor Blackmore.
Thank you, Councillor O'Connor. When you listed the roles of the people who would be on the committee, it seemed like there was a number of people. Can you tell me how many people you're expecting or hoping to be on your naming committee? And are you comfortable with it being the right size of group, not too big? It seems large.
Thank you, through the chair. As recommendations were provided to our group through the Director of Corporate Marketing, the 7 members would be appropriate.
Okay. That's all I have. Thanks.
Just for clarification, it looks like it'll be 8.
Through the chair, there's, so I would be the chair, so not a voting member, just
Okay,
organizing
thank you.
the group.
Thanks for the clarification. Thank you. Councillor Thiessen.
Thank you very much, Chair O'Connor. Thanks for the report here, Wendy. Just a question in regards to the temporary nature of this committee. How long do we anticipate the committee to meet for? Is 3 months, a month?
Thank you, through the chair. So we're hoping to have some options in front of council by the end of January of 2024, potentially the end of February 2024, to allow programming to fully develop and give everybody the chance to have their voices heard at the committee.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Just if there's a move here, do you need a decision today, on city council representative? Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Councillor Bosch.
Thank you. I move that committee direct administration to convey a temporary renaming subcommittee comprised of the relevant city coordinated care campus advisory committee and Indigenous community representatives to provide renaming recommendations to council for approval.
Okay. Any questions or debates from the committee? Seeing none, call for the question. Thank you. That's carried unanimously. And we have no correspondence. We do have some other business under 5.1 EMS and fire delivery. Mayor Clayton.
Thanks. I would just ask that committee approve the addition of this agenda item. It was missed. If you'd prefer it come back in 2 weeks, that's fine. I did give council a heads up that I wanted to talk about this today, but if committee members aren't okay with the discussion today, I'm happy to bring it back in 2 weeks.
Okay, Councillor Bosch.
I'm okay with moving it forward. I move that the added 5.1 EMS and fire delivery be added to the agenda for today's meeting.
Okay, that motion's in order. I'll call the question. Don't have to. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, Go ahead, Mayor Clayton.
Thanks so much, Chair O'Connor. Just wanted to follow up in regards to a resolution that Council supported that we took to Alberta municipalities in regards to strengthening the EMS system in our province and in particularly in our region. As we know that we've seen increased pressures on our EMS responders, and our city participates in the Medical First Response Program, which sees our municipal firefighters respond to certain EMS calls if there is a delay in EMS response. We've heard in a couple opportunities of fire response being first to the scene, and we know that there are EMS delivery concerns. We also, in our resolution, as sort of some background, we're offering this service at no cost to the province to ensure that our residents receive the timely care they need. However, we do believe that we're being asked to provide this service, that we believe that there should be compensation provided as healthcare is a provincial responsibility. That being said, on a local level, we need to know that we, in my opinion, that we're using the most efficient model possible. There are 7 municipalities across the province, including St. Albert, Wood Buffalo, Strathcona, Leduc, Red Deer, Spruce Grove, and Lethbridge that currently use an integrated service model. I would like to talk to committee today and put forward a motion that we explore these opportunities. I think that given our resolution, knowing that there are demands on EMS, knowing that we're hearing from our fire department that there's demands on them as a result of the stress on EMS, I think that there are sustainable models out there, and that should be considered by council. I believe that more money is not the only issue here, as identified in the Provincial Advisory Committee report that went public last year, as stated in our resolution as well. It's not simply about money. This is about having a safer community, a safer delivery model, and exploring opportunities and options. So today I would look for councils, or rather committees, support in a motion really directing administration to come back with opportunities and information. I think this is not showing our cards in regards to moving to a different model. It's really exploring the opportunities as we know that efficiencies are important to council. We know that costs are important to council. We also know that having the best service delivery model possible so that our residents are served in a timely manner is important to council. So I would like to make a motion to direct administration to bring back short-term and long-term options in regards to fire and EMS delivery. In this report, it should include considerations for an integrated model. So basically, bring back, and this report wouldn't come back till Q1 of 2024. It will take some time for administration to put this together. This is not something that I expect us to deal with by the end of the year, or possibly even by the end of 2024. I just think that committee and council should have a discussion and explore opportunities that are out there. Thank you.
That motion is in order. So I see Councillor O'Toole.
Thank you very much, Mayor Clayton, for bringing this up at such a timely time. And I will support this motion all the way. Thank you.
Okay. Any other members?
Just one quick change in the motion. It's not opportunities and informations, including an integrated model.
Just wait for that to get on the screen.
Perfect. Thanks, Councillor O'Toole.
Call the question.
It's coming. Bosch in favor.
Okay, that's carried unanimously. Thank you very much. And we have no policy and bylaw review. We'll move to number 7, outstanding items, and Acting Chief Boson, please.
Thank you, and through the chair. I believe the list is up to date and remain unchanged.
Any questions, and anyone like to do the business, please? Councillor Bosch.
I move committee receive the October 24th outstanding items list as amended for information.
Thank you. Call the question.
Councillor Bosch in favor.
Okay, and with that, that was carried unanimously, and I will call a meeting. We'll take a short break, and we'll join you in a few minutes. Thank you.